Hey guys, hope you're doing well. So today I'm going to show you how to debadge your car and actually take it a step further and custom paint some trim pieces and some emblems. Now the Fusion's already been debadged and I've already custom painted all the emblems that I was keeping on the car. So today we're going to be using the Camaro. This car still has a handful of emblems and trim, so what we're going to be doing is painting this trim around the tail lights. Gonna remove this and paint it, and then gonna remove this and paint this as well. And lastly, we're going to remove these Camaro emblems right here on the fender. Now just for the record, most vehicles do have aftermarket options for emblems you can buy, whether they be from a dealer or just some sort of aftermarket store. Doing it yourself, you save some money and you get the finish however you want it. So with that said, we have everything we need right here. We have dental floss to remove the emblems. You can also use fishing line. I like using this because it's usually around. I have dental floss. You also need some paints. So we have a primer right here, a gloss black, and then we also have a clear coat, just get that extra little bit of security and safety. Helps prevent against road debris and whatnot. And you're gonna need some sandpaper to actually be able to scuff up the emblems and the trim, just so that the paint will stick on a little easier. And lastly, you're going to need some double-sided tape if you're going to be removing and replacing emblems, just because you're not going to be able to reuse the adhesive that they have. And this is actually pretty inexpensive and pretty reliable because it's 3M, so super high quality stuff. And as you can see right there, it's for automotive use, so super durable. You can find all that stuff at Walmart in the automotive section. Now, I don't know if there's too much of a difference between the automotive grade paint whenever it's just a spray can between the regular paint, but nonetheless it says it, so that's what we're going with. So first thing we're going to do is remove the bow tie. It's pretty simple. All you really need to do is use your dental floss or your fishing line and just wiggle it behind it. That'll basically be able to get it off. And I did paint it way back when. It's just this masking job that I did with my dad. We can definitely do better than this. So yeah, it shouldn't take too much effort, more just kind of a little bit of elbow grease and that's about it. Can you help out? No? All right, that's fair. If you are using fishing line, you'll probably want to tape the area around just so you don't scuff it up. But that is why I like to use floss, because it's a little more forgiving, so you don't really have to worry too much about the paint. So we were able to get the emblem off, and the easy thing about it in repositioning it is that it has these two little studs right here basically, and that basically lines up with these two holes. Only other thing left to do is to remove this adhesive. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray some Goo Gone on it. That'll basically help break it down and let it sit for a while I move on to the other parts. And so to get to these trim pieces right here, you just pop out these little tabs right here, and it gives you access to the inside. And then you'll see you just basically have to push the bracket through. Just like that. You just take this off now. Then you can see right here, it's basically just held in by friction. It's just these two pieces of the bumper that are just going like this, and the pieces going right through. Just gotta wiggle it out basically, but you don't want to bend it because it is pretty brittle and it'll break pretty easily, so it's more just taking your time with it. Alright guys, next thing you want to do is sand everything down. As you can see, basically everything has a nice gloss finish. You basically want to scuff it up so it's a little more cloudy, because that's going to help the paint stick to the pieces a lot easier. So you can see the difference between the two here. This one is the one that has not been scuffed up, so this one's just normal. Then this one's been scuffed up. You can see it doesn't really have as much of a shine to it. It's pretty cloudy. You basically just want to do this to all your pieces. Not really difficult at all, more just time consuming than anything. Alright guys, got a good few coats of primer on these pieces. After sanding it, I just went ahead and rinsed it off just to get all the dust off. And basically just went ahead with the gray primer. You basically just want everything to look uniform. That's how you know that it's all evenly coated. Depending on what type of paint you get, it's going to tell you the best optimal condition when it comes to prep, recoat, and dry time. But I'm happy with that, so now we can get to the black spray paint. Alright guys, got nice solid coats of black on all the pieces. So now I can go ahead and seal it up with the clear, and then let it dry overnight. We'll be reinstalling tomorrow. Okay, we are all done with paint and they came out pretty good. So here's how it's looking now after a few coats of clear. Really happy with it, but we're gonna let it dry overnight, give it plenty of time to cure, just so that we can install everything safely and not damage any of the paint whenever we're reinstalling everything. But just gonna put everything up and should see you guys in a bit.
The next day.
That's it, guys. It's really that easy. To debadge an entire card only takes about an hour, and then after paint, reinstalling everything only took about 20 minutes. Super feasible as well. You can get this done for about $20. That's about the price of all the material you need. I definitely think it fits in with the tail lights a lot more because these tail lights are a little bit darker than stock, so it has that nice accent piece to it, and I'm really happy with how everything came out. But that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you in the next one.